How y'all doing tonight? Tonight I'm going to get a roast ready for tomorrow. We're going to do a nice big chuck roast, 3-pounder on a Traeger. I'll show you what I'm going to do to it tonight. I'm going to go ahead and put a rub on there. We'll start out with some Worcestershire sauce right here. And I'll put a link to where you can get this. I can't believe, some people who commented last video where I used this, they didn't know, they never heard of it or didn't know where to get it. So I'll put a little link there in the description box of the video where you can get it. I'm also going to start with a little bit of mustard, and this is just going to help our rub stick. That's the main reason for the mustard. Not really going to impart any flavor. Alright, so we got that. I'm going to use a mixture of 2 rubs I really like for roast. This is Dizzy Pig Red Eye Express. It's a coffee infused barbecue rub. Really has some great flavor to it. It's just excellent on beef, especially roast. Something about it with that coffee gives it a little extra kick, and just a beautiful little rub to use. We'll roast some little that on there, and then I'm also going to go with a another rub by Dizzy Pig. Is the cowlick rub, and this is a spicy beef rub. Not really spicy hot, but season wise, it's really good. This goes well right on brisket and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get both sides of these chuck just rubbed up with these rubs. Again, y'all, so I got my chuck roast all rubbed down. My favorite beef rubs. Again, I said it was this Dizzy Pig, the cowlick, and also the Dizzy Pig Red Eye Express. And I'll put some links in the description box where you can get that. We're gonna let this just sit here overnight. I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator, let it get cold, get a nice cure on it, just a crust, and we'll get to the Traeger with it in the morning, y'all. How y'all doing this morning? This morning we're going to get started on that roast. And I'm going to do some vegetables with the roast too here on the Traeger. I got some cherry wood pellets. What I got here is I got some potatoes cut in half and a couple whole onions. What we're going to do here, I'm going to take these potato halves, and I've got a little bowl here of some olive oil, a little Beazell's Cajun seasoning. We're going to dip the potato half just like that, just a cut half, right there in the olive oil, and then we're going to put them over here on the grill. Now we're going to do that with all these potato halves, and we're going to get good smoked potatoes too. Alright, so y'all, if y'all can see what we got here, I got all the potatoes down here. I got a big purple onion I cut in half, and a couple just sweet onions whole on there. And they're going to smoke right along with the roast. Man, it's going to be real good. Let me go get that roast, and we will put that dude on right over here in this space. Now the grill's ready. Got this good chuck roast. Been sitting up all night with that wonderful Dizzy Pig combination rubs on here. We're going to set this bad boy right here, y'all. We'll get some good smoke on it, y'all. We are ready to go. I can't wait, y'all. It's going to be some real good stuff. Let me shut this on down. We're on a low smoke. And that's what I'm talking about on the Traeger right here. We're doing the roast with all the trimmings. Y'all, we've been cooking here for about an hour, smoking on low, probably about 180 to 200 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and check this. I'm also going to add a meat probe, my grill too, to the roast. So let's go ahead and see what everything's looking like. Oh yeah, looking nice, looking real nice there. I'll let y'all zoom in a little bit. And I'm going to put the thicker part of this roast, so I'm going to go ahead and just put a probe, so we can get a good idea what kind of temperature you're working with. We'll run this out here to the eye grill too. Check this back down. This will give us an idea of where we are. I can check my Bluetooth, my phone, and everything else too. So we're not nearly done on the road. I just want to kind of keep track of it, y'all. We've been on here for about 2 hours. What I'm going to do now, and we're about 140 on the meat, I'm going to go ahead and get these potatoes, the onions off of here. The reason I'm going to do that is I don't want them to get too much smoke. And see, look at that beautiful color right there on that potato. It's nice, right? So we'll go ahead and put these in a pan over here. I'm also going to spritz down our roast with a little apple cider vinegar and stuff like that. Just do a real little spritz in here, y'all. And I'm going to go ahead and get these vegetables off and let the roast continue to cook for a little bit. Bring all these good vegetables inside here and let them kind of cool, because we're going to add them back in when we cover the roast here in a bit, y'all. By the way, the potatoes, they aren't soft yet. They're still firm, so that's where you want them to be, actually. All right, y'all, we've hit about 150, 155 degrees internal on this roast. That's going to be enough smoke on it right now, and then we're going to go to the braising. So what we're going to do, we're going to open this food up. Look at that bark on there. That sucker's looking good, y'all, I'm telling you. Got a nice little bark on there. I like that. That'll really get some good flavor in it. And I'm going to put my thermometer out right now. And I'm going to put this one to hold together. See, it's starting to get real tender too. Put them right here in this tin-foil pan. We'll go inside with them just for a minute, y'all. Alright, y'all. So you got them done in this pan. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some of this French onions, or this onion soup mix. Y'all seen this stuff before. I'm going to pour this over it, just like that. It's got a wonderful little bark there. Just kind of spread that around. Then I've got a glass of red wine. It's good table wine that I like to drink. I'm going to pour that over here. Just give some wonderful flavor there. Also going to take a little bit of chicken stock. Pour some chicken stock over there, maybe a cup or so. That's good. Now I'm going to cover this and we'll put it back out there on the grill, on the Traeger. So I covered it there, as you can see. And I put it back on the Traeger, turn the Traeger up to medium, what's about 300, 350. Shut this down, let it go for about another hour before we check. Y'all, been on the Traeger with the foil over the top, sitting there just braising in that wine and chicken broth with the soup mixture and everything. What I'm going to do now, have this going for about an hour, I'm going to take this off, I'm going to move it inside to a 300-degree oven. I'm going to put the vegetables and stuff back in. There's no use in wasting any more fuel in the Traeger because it's not getting any smoke. I was just using it for this hour just to burn the rest of the pellets out of my hopper. So we'll go ahead, we'll move inside here, we'll put the vegetables in, we'll continue this oven, y'all. I tell y'all what, this smells absolutely wonderful. This wine's starting to cook and everything. Let's go ahead and take this foil off of here. See what we got. Wow. Oh, it smells so good, y'all. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Man, that is just divine right there. I mean, it smells absolutely wonderful. You know what I'm going to do? I've got some carrots put down in here. I haven't cooked yet, but these little cut baby carrots already peeled. Let's put these down around the roast. And splash yourself with this stuff. Put these down here in the water. Plain little carrots here. It's going to be real good, y'all. Got my carrots in there. Now I'm going to take these other vegetables that we cooked earlier, potatoes, and the onions. We'll just set these all around in here on top. I got my potatoes and onions and stuff in there. I'm going to put little bezels on that. That'll help to season my potatoes, my onions. And leak all the way down that roast good too. But that bezels is going to be great seasoning there on all this. Alright, now let's go back over here with this foil. Where's one more potato? Try to sneak out. Plenty foil on top of this thing. We're going in the oven for about 2 hours on 300. That's all we're going to need, y'all. It's going to be real fine. Just make sure we get it foil out here real good like that. And just in case it boils over or something, I'm going to set this pan here. I'm going to put this in the oven for about 2 hours on 300 right yet. If you're wondering what kind of temperature reading I was getting on the roast that I grill too, the temperature with the roast really doesn't matter that much. I just make sure it didn't get cooked too much. You just cook it till it's tender. I got up to about 190 degrees or so before we transferred it in there in the oven with the vegetables, and that's going to bring the temperature down some more because it'll cool everything off. That's why I said we're going to go these 2 hours and we'll test it for tenderness. Y'all, it's been cooking in the oven at 300 for 2 hours now. We'll go ahead and pull it out and we're just going to test it for tenderness. So I'm gonna pop this foil up here so I don't get burned. And like I said, just try to see exactly how tender this roast is at this point. Vegetables look good. We're getting there. Wow, look at that. The roast, what you want to do is just stick your fork down in there. Just kind of pull and see, look at that. Hopefully y'all can see right there. Just kind of give it a twist. Oh wow. Looks good. Not quite as tender as I want it though. Want to go a little bit longer, y'all. Test on the potato. Yeah, not quite as tender on the potatoes. So we're gonna give a little bit more Braised potatoes and everything. Put this back on here. I'm gonna put it back in the oven for another hour or so. I actually let the roast go about an hour and a half more on the 300. So let's just see how it did. Go ahead and get it open here. Oh wow, smells fantastic. Go ahead and get some of these potatoes off and put these on a plate. Potatoes look really, really good. Let's just get a little bit of this really good onion right there. A couple of the carrots. And reach in here and just grab a piece of this roast if I can. I know it's tender now. Oh yeah, fall apart tender. Look at that, y'all. Let's see it down here on the plate. Look how tender that is, y'all. I mean, that is just pure tenderness right there. I just want to show y'all how actual tender that stuff is. I mean, look at that. It's just literally pulling apart right in there. I'm just pulling apart. Oh my gosh. So look at this, y'all. It's a perfect roast. It's got a smoke ring and everything to it. Potatoes are perfect right here. Carrots, everything's cooked just right. Let's give it a taste, y'all. Oh my gosh, look at that roast right there with the smoke. I mean, it's still juicy. Let me give this a try. Oh man, that's amazing. That is amazing, just like butter. Try a piece of this potato. And that dizzy pig, man. A little combination with that cow lick and that red eye express did good. Look at the little smoked potato there. Man, this is good stuff. Had the perfect little smoky flair. Really good stuff, y'all. Oh, the carrot's so good. Oh yeah, try smoking your next pot roast like this. Get a chuck roast. Remember chuck, not chuck English roast, just chuck roast, 7-bone chuck or a boneless. Do it low and slow if you got a pellet smoker. If not, do it low and slow in your Kamado or even your Whapper kettle. Get some of this dizzy pig. Remember, I use this red eye express. I'll put a link to that. And I use this cow lick. Man, just that combination. Of course, little Braised there, seasoning vegetables. Oh, it's great. Y'all, please like my videos, sub my channel. Check them links out in the description box if you want some of this stuff, y'all. Thanks again. All right, so what did you think of the pot roast?
Seriously, the best pot roast you've ever made. Fantastic.
Yeah, it was something else. I'll tell you what, with that that Traeger smoking up like that with the dizzy pig stuff, it was amazing.